going to bring on the amazing Brooke Neal. Who loves Brooke? So fun. And how many met Brooke when she came out to Australia? So amazing. So, Brookie, my love, we're so excited to have you. I would love for you to just speak for a moment so I can pin you. Where are you? Oh, now she can't. I'll find you in here. There she is. Okay.
Hello.
Oh, you look so beautiful.
Thank you.
You're glowing. You're glowing. Oh, my darling. So she's sacrificing special time with her loved ones and boyfriend tonight. Oh, to speak for us. So we're so grateful. You look gorgeous. Look at you.
Thank you.
So Brooke Neal is an absolute powerhouse. She's in college. She's 22. She built this business from her dorm room, and she's a regional vice president. It's on the RVP Success Award. So, Brooke, my darling, we are all in the room here. I'll show you once you're done. But everyone is so excited to hear from you. So I'm going to hand straight over, and thank you so much for showing up to serve us all. We're so grateful.
Oh my gosh, I am so grateful. Truly, I am so excited and so honored to be here. Your leaders are absolute inspirations to me and have been role models and mentors to me throughout my journey. And as Cash just mentioned, I studied abroad in Sydney last semester for 6 months. So your country has such a special place in my heart. And so many of you guys made it feel like home for me and just made it the most incredible experience. So I feel forever indebted to Cass and so many of you guys. Emma, I think she's in the room as well, for just making me feel like home and treating me like family. So a little bit about, like she said, I'm 22 years old, and then my last of 4 years of being a full-time university student, almost three, have been alongside building my Arbonne business. And I said yes, Arbonne, after watching my mom build this business for 15 years, who you guys of course know and love. You just heard her speak earlier, but I actually didn't was going until I went through 1 year of college. I switched my major so many times. I was looking for something that I was so passionate about because I knew my mom was so blessed to find something that she loved so much. And I watched her do that. And I knew that, again, didn't think it was Arbonne, but I knew that I wanted to be a part of something that had a community that inspired me, that I'd be around people that loved me, values that I aligned with, a way that I could help others and live my life by design. So of course we all know that that is absolutely the formula for Arbonne, but I had to find out my own way. And I'm so grateful that I did. And I'm so grateful that I said yes. To this, and through hard work and consistency, I'm so proud to be here as an RVP. And you guys, of course, know that you guys can check earnings.arbonne.com for what's typical in Arbonne. But I'm so proud to say that I have been willing to put in that hard work and consistency. And as I was pressed on what I would speak with you guys all to serve you best, I knew that I absolutely had to share my favorite bits and pieces from the book that I am reading now. My biggest New Year's resolution is to read 24 physical books. Like Alex said, I know that in order to grow my business where I want to be, I have to grow myself because my business will never, ever outgrow me. So my second book of the year is called The Miracle Equation by Hal Elrod. And if you guys have not recommended it, I really, really recommend it. He was even in network marketing. So it's not a network marketing book, but a lot of his examples apply directly to us. And I have been able to take so many incredible nuggets from this and apply it already to my life and to my business. So I'm going to share a bit about that with you guys. So he has an equation, the miracle equation, and it's that miracles equal unwavering faith and extraordinary effort. And he believes absolutely any accomplishment can be achieved with this equation. And these aren't miracles that can never be replicated. He puts an example in the beginning, like someone who was shot and had a penny in their shirt, and that the bullet repelled right off their shirt and they were not harmed at all. That's not the type of miracle that he was talking about. Of course, that's amazing. But we're talking about miracles that can be replicated, and miracles that maybe you are looking at somebody in Arbonne or at any place in their life and you're thinking, oh my gosh, it comes so easy for them. Things always go their way. They're so successful. Look at this, look at that. And he believes that this equation is absolutely the way to achieve that. And I want to read a page. I'm not the best reader, so stick with me here, but I'm going to read a page because I just think that this is absolutely so powerful, and it gave me chills, and I've read it 3 times since practicing for you guys, and it gave me chills every time. So 27 publishers passed on Dr. Seuss's first book. He then went on to publish more than 60 successful titles, selling more than 600 million books globally. Babe Ruth had over 1,330 strikeouts and held the home record. Vincent van Gogh sold only one painting while he was alive to a friend, but he kept on painting. By the time he died, he had created more than 800 works, which now command millions of dollars apiece. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper company because he had no good ideas, and now he's one of the most well-known creative companies that ever existed. Elvis Presley was told after an audition at the Grand Ole Opry that he should go back to his job as a truck driver. He ignored that advice and went on to become a musical icon. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team before joining the Chicago Bulls and becoming a basketball icon. That gave me chills again. And these are not Arbonne examples, you guys, but this goes for success in all areas of life. It takes hard work and being willing to do it until. And we look at some people that are successful and we might believe that it happened overnight and that it happened really quickly for them. But the truth is that they were doing things, like Alex said, in the dark, and they were willing to put in this work until. And I hope that's inspiration for you to not compare your beginning or your middle to anybody else's end, because we all face obstacles. We all face rejection. We all face self-doubt. I'm sure every single person in this room and on this call has had a pity party at some point, probably a bunch, but we have to decide to be lifers in Arbonne and to do this until. And I wanted to help with a plan of action to master both of these halves of the equation, because it is something that I have been personally working on. And the good news is these are two things, you guys. Faith and action are two things that we have absolute control over. We might not have control over every single thing that happens in this world. This year has certainly shown us that we do not, but we have 100% control over how we react and how we act, and our attitudes and the amount of effort put in. So therefore, this puts you in control of creating miracles according to this equation. So the first one, unwavering faith. We decide to do this by being full of faith every single day. And I use the word decide deliberately because I believe that belief is a choice, and it's easier said than done, but we have to make this choice every single day. Cecilia Stoll always says you have to put belief on like you would put on a pair of pants every morning and make that a decision. And that quote really lives rent-free in my head. I think about it all the time. And we can make this inevitable by working on a few things. Build your belief in the products, you guys. Use them, read about them. Build your belief in the company. Learn about our charitable foundation. Read about our product's philosophy. Read about our sustainability efforts, our generous compensation plan. Your belief in the industry. Read about successful people in network marketing. Learn about the successful people in this industry, because although that might not be typical, there are a lot of them. And I believe that if you are in this room and if you've been committed to this call, you're not typical either. And you are working to commit on being more than mediocre and complacency, like Alex was saying. And I really dedicated my mornings this break. I dedicated to being a student and educating myself and learning all about Arbonne. And this isn't on overwhelming yourself with information, but it's really about learning. Like, you are a business owner, and every single time I read more and more about Arbonne, I feel more and more blessed and compelled. I feel like I have an absolute obligation to share this opportunity with other people. And if your belief is rock solid like that, you will be willing to work until, and you will be willing put in the work when it feels hard, and you will be willing to put in the work when things might not be going your way. We also have to believe in ourselves. Personal development is absolutely essential. And again, this is why I committed to 24 books, because I know that I need to grow myself in order to grow my results. Do your affirmations, meditate, write down what you're grateful for, whatever it is that works for you. For me, that's all of the above. And commit to doing those things every single day. This guy is actually the same guy who wrote the Miracle Equation. And if you haven't read that, I really recommend that as well if you're new on your personal development journey or you're just looking to enhance it. And he talks about an incredible morning routine that you guys can possibly implement into your lives and start your day off right, so that your actions that I'm going to talk about after are as effective as they can be. Do people sense a crack in your belief? Because I know that I personally joined my mom, you guys, because she looked at me. I knew she was committed to her business. She had been for 15 years, and I had never watched her waver her faith in herself and in her dreams and in the company. And I did see a lot of the things behind the curtains, behind, back scenes that you guys probably did not see. I had the honor of watching all of my mom's journey, the good, the bad, the ugly, and I knew that she was committed until she looked at me, and I knew she was going to mentor me and hold my hand and not ever waver her faith on me and match my efforts and do this with me. And that's what we need to do with other people. We need them to believe in us and believe that we are absolutely committed to us, to this company, and to their dreams as well. And lastly is to believe in your dreams. I believe that every single thing that we are seeking is also seeking us, and that we are going to achieve what we set out to if we have rock solid belief in that. So one thing I love to do, I would show you guys, but I would mess up my whole setup here with my ring light, is my vision board is right in front of me. I stare at it every day. I visualize what I'm going to create. I have faith that even if I'm not where I want to be right now, I will be, and that I'm willing to get there. And also that looking at these things shows me what I'm working for, and shows me every day that motivates me to put in this work and to keep going. Oh my gosh, these comments are so cute. I don't want to distract myself, but keep looking. But so this is only one part of the equation, unwavering faith. And actually the reason why he wrote this second book and didn't just keep it at the miracle equation, all about personal growth, and he's like, I'm doing everybody a disservice by reading just the miracle morning, because you guys, it's not just about personal growth. And as amazing as it is to know every single thing about Arbonne's ingredients policy and about our sustainability efforts and everything that I talked about before, our compensation plan and that override numbers, and again, we're business owners, so it's important to know that we will never achieve the success that we desire and that we deserve, I believe you deserve, if we are not willing to put forth extraordinary effort. And this is just as important, if not more, than the personal development. We can read, again, do affirmations all day, believe ourselves and in others. And we're optimistic people in Arbonne, right? So I don't want to make this seem negative, where you're a part of this community because you're a light to others, but we also have a business. And we have to take ownership of this and commit to moving forward each and every day. And something that's really been making a huge difference for me is making a list of daily absolute non-negotiables and commit to sticking to that list. No ifs, ands, or buts, and do not put your head on that pillow until it's done. And even if you're just starting with 3 things, you guys, maybe it's 2 things, maybe it's 3 things, maybe it's 5 things. My list has grown now to 15 things that I am personally committing to doing every single day. And by the way, you guys, it has never taken me more than an hour or maybe an hour and a half on a day that I'm moving slower or doing more to achieve all of these things. Like, we don't have to be doing Arbonne constantly, but what makes it feel like we're doing Arbonne constantly sometimes is when we make a list of things, we're lackadaisical about our day. And trust me, I never preach, you guys, because I'm perfect. I preach because I'm learning and I'm on my journey too, and I'm working on these things myself. But when it feels like we're doing Arbonne constantly, that's usually because we're thinking about, okay, I'm going to talk to this person about Arbonne. I need to follow up with this person about the products. All right, I'll do it after lunch. I have this thing to do. And we're focusing on what's urgent rather than what's important. And if you just wake up a little bit earlier, commit to doing this, get it out of the way, just do that, and not spend all day thinking about doing Arbonne. You guys, that's exhausting. I've been in momentum and I've been out of momentum in this business, full transparency, and being in momentum, doing what I'm supposed to be doing, committing to myself, sticking to my commitments, that's what builds confidence, that's what builds enthusiasm, and that's what leads better results and makes me feel happy and fulfilled, even when I have the most packed schedule, than having a lot of free time and knowing that I'm sitting on my potential and knowing that there's something inside of me telling me that I can do more and that I can be more and that I could bless more people. And that comes from the rock solid belief as well. You guys, I've watched it, so I might be at a different point in belief than some people. And I know I was, especially on my first day, because I saw how much this was a gift how much of a gift it was to me and my family. But you have to have that belief as well. Borrow it from somebody, work on building that so that these efforts that we're doing each day feel effortless and we feel compelled to apply them. Okay, so I just got off on a tangent there, but even start with 3 things. Commit to things that you're going to be doing every day, because then a magical thing is going to start happening, and it's actually not magic at all. So 1, of course, you're going to see more results, and this isn't guaranteed, and they might be slower at first, but Arbonne, I say, is a numbers game, and it's not a game, it's a business. But the more people that we speak to about Arbonne, then the more people will answer, then the more people that will be willing to maybe try a sample or hear hop on a video, watch a Discover Arbonne call on Zoom, meet you for coffee, whatever that is, then the more people are going to be interested in, and the more people you're going to have to follow up with, they'll eventually join your team. So if you have more people in this funnel, and take ownership, you guys, like, we own a business, and if we're riding on 1, 2, 3 people saying yes, I hate to break it to you, but we're not going to achieve the success that we desire and we deserve, and we should be acting in extraordinary amounts and talking to extraordinary amounts of people if we want to achieve the success that we desire. And two, it'll increase your confidence by showing yourself that you are committed to yourself and that you are actually going to do what you say you're going to do and that you're doing the work that it requires. You're going to feel like the most worthy leader ever. You're going to feel like people, you're a leader worth following. You're going to feel that you deserve the success that you desire because you're putting in the work. You're seeing yourself putting in the blood, sweat, and the tears. And this isn't anything that people are seeing on Instagram that maybe your friends are seeing, maybe your family's seeing bits and pieces of it, but this is something that you are doing for yourself, putting your head, again, on that pillow, going to sleep, that you knew you did exactly what you said you were going to do. And the outcome really won't matter as much because at the end of the day, the activity is the only thing that's in our control. How much we act and how well we do it. And the more we do it, the better the results are going to be because the better we'll get at answering people's questions, answering people's hesitations, sharing with more passion, sharing with more belief, and how others react is completely out of our control. Because the most common mistake that I have made, and again, I'm certainly not perfect, I definitely have made tons of mistakes in this business, but the most common mistake that I have made, and I've watched countless others make in this business, is underestimating how much work it takes to reach their goal. And I actually got that from Grant Cardone. Like Cass said, I had just driven back from visiting my boyfriend at his college, and it was a 2-hour drive there and back, and I listened to an audiobook by Grant Cardone, and it was so good. It was called 10X, and he was talking about how we underestimate the amount of work it takes to reach their goal, and he calls it 10X because he says the amount of effort you think it will take to reach your goal, whether that's achieving a consultant award or qualifying or promoting or whatever that may be for you, or maybe it's just a sales number, commit to doing 10 times the amount of work, commit to reaching out to 10 times the amount of people, commit to following up with 10 times the amount of people, 10 times more the time, 10 times more the amount of times that you thought you would need to follow up with people, etc. Just 10x that, because that's what it's going to take to achieve those goals that we want to, and maybe double that, triple it, quadruple that, because at the end of the day, it's really not hitting the goal that matters. And that's another amazing chapter in this book, Miracle Equation, that I'm reading. He has a whole chapter on, it's not really about hitting goals. Like, hitting goals is amazing, but that's a fleeting feeling. It's becoming the person that you need to be to stretch yourself and work towards reaching that goal, whatever it may be for you, becoming a person that's in building and forming habits on setting goals, going for them with absolutely everything that they have. And that was my biggest takeaway on my journey to Region, is that I hate when people say on track, because I don't believe that you have to be on track for anything, but I was a bit off track on my goal to qualify for Region. And again, you guys know, check earnings.arbonne.com for what's typical and what's average, but I knew that I could either lower my target and next month it, which I probably would have been doing anytime I've next monthed it. I also next month the next month. Like, I needed to make a deliberate decision to say, no, I'm not next monthing it. I'm going to give it absolutely every single thing that I have, because what's the absolute worst thing that happens? I grow my business. I help other people on my team that are then more motivated to go towards their goals next month. And I'm the person and the leader that shows up and people see showing up regardless of the outcome and regardless of me hitting that goal, and forming habits of setting goals and going for them and it being excellent day after day, month after month, year after year. And having really unwavering faith and taking massive action are both, again, entirely up to us. So I am obsessed personally on making 2021 the year of ownership, the year of intention, the year of love. That's actually my word, just finding love in doing what I'm doing, finding gratitude that I get to do what I'm doing. Like, I hate a to-do list. Like, we don't have to reach out to anybody about Arbonne. We get to do Arbonne. We get to represent a company that wants to be the best in the world for the world. Like, how amazing is that? We have the opportunity to work from wherever we'd like. We have the opportunity, we get to share these incredible products with people that can really make a difference in either their health or their skin or their confidence. We have the opportunity to surround ourselves with people that lift us up. That has been the biggest blessing to me, the blessing that I actually wasn't expecting. I personally joined to make a bit of extra money when I was going to college and help with my health that I really, really desperately needed to improve on after my first year of eating and drinking, basically everything in sight, but that's beyond the point. I joined for that reason, but the growth in the people that this has introduced me to, I only just touched on it before, but people like Emma, people like Cass, and everybody in that room, I'm sure, are people that truly want the best for you and are truly cheering you on. And we get to be a part of this. We get to share that with people. And if we're gonna celebrate and own our successes, which you all absolutely deserve to because you earned them, we also have to own what doesn't go our way. And we have to look at each situation and as a way to improve, as a way to grow. Maybe we didn't hit what we wanted to, but okay, what can I do from here? Where can I grow my faith? Where can I increase my amount of actions that I am taking, and really know that you desire what you want to achieve, and know that it's possible. There is no short of success in life, and in Arbonne, there are typical results of 1% at the top. That's not a set number. Like, it's not 100 people that can be national vice presidents, or even 500 or 1,000. It's just 1% of the amount of consultants that are a part of Arbonne right now. How empowering is that? Like, we have the ability, if we choose to do so, if we choose to have unwavering faith and put forth extraordinary effort, we have the ability with consistency and hard work to be a part of that 1% if we're committing to doing what 99% of people are not willing to do. And I am ready to commit to that myself. I have made a personal commitment that I'm going to work in the darkness. I'm going to work past the obstacles. I'm going to work until, because I know that I have the absolute blessing of sharing Arbonne. I have the absolute blessing of surrounding myself with incredible people, and growing myself and being a part of something so special that's so much bigger than myself. It's so much bigger than you. It's so much bigger than me, and it's so much bigger than all of us, because we have the ability to help bridge anything for people. We have the ability, we have the opportunity to look at people, get to know them, figure out what we can help them with. Like, really, that's what we're here for. Whether it's the products, whether it's the business, whether it's the community, we can look at people and say, I have something that can directly help you and positively impact your life if they would like to take a look at it, and if they would like to say yes. So I think that's something really special, something to celebrate, and something to really work towards, because it's amazing to see the benefits of this business, and it really excites me what all of us have the ability to accomplish, and really what we all deserve to achieve. So I'm super excited. This year is definitely going to be absolutely incredible, but please know that it's not going to be different if we don't choose to do anything different. So it takes 21 days to form a habit. It's already been 23 days of 2021, and we just had a team call a few days ago. It was actually the 20th, and we were thinking about, like, what habits have we been forming so far? Are we forming negative habits, or are we forming negative habits? And really take a look at that. Are you forming habits of procrastination, of doubt, of not having faith, procrastinating the actions that you know you need to take that, again, will probably take you an hour to 90 minutes a day? Or are you forming habits of personal growth and surrounding yourself with positive people and taking action and forming your belief and working towards your goals every single day? And the amazing thing about that is that we can form new habits anytime we choose. So again, I'm so honored that I was able to share my heart with you guys. This retreat has been amazing, and you guys are all amazing, and you deserve anything that you set your mind to. So I'm going to turn it back over to Cass, and I am so grateful that you guys all took your time to listen, and I can't wait to hear the next trainers.